and welcome to today's video. This is part 5 of my 10-year journey celebration of living in Mozambique for 10 years, and it's been quite a journey that I have to share it with you and hopefully inspire you if you're outside or live outside of Mozambique to visit this lovely country, visit us, or maybe even come join us in Mozambique. This is a very wonderful country. Today we're going to talk about something that really made me feel so small when I got to Mozambique, and that is the culture here. It's interesting that Mozambique is 6 hours away from the city that I was living in South Africa, which is Pretoria. But when you get here, life is very different. The culture is very different in Mozambique. What I want to talk about mostly is the outdoor life here. Like Mozambicans are very outdoor living. When I lived in South Africa, I never even had the plastic chair. But I get to Mozambique and I think every house has plastic chairs. Why? Because in South Africa, everything is indoor. Your bathroom is indoor, your kitchen is indoor, everything is indoors because there's winter, which gets very, very cold. But then you step a border from like 4 or 5 hours away, 6 hours max, and then you find the culture that is very different. Like nationals, mostly the majority in Mozambique, they have their bathroom outside the house. They have some even have the kitchen outside the house. Why? Because it's a tropical here, so it's a complete different to where I am. It get to where I was. It gets very hot in Mozambique, so they prefer cooking. Some even cook in an open area. Some they can make it four walls but without a roof, and some do put a roof, but it's kind of separate to the house, basically because of the heat. And I think even before the TV time, people were mostly hanging out outside. In fact, in real summer, when it's really hot, you can pass around 9 o'clock at night and people are sitting outside getting the cool air instead of being indoors where they're gonna be burning. Whereas where I was, it was like bathrooms are inside, and if you don't even have like a bathtub or a shower, but you have your basin and your bucket inside, and so that really surprised me. I remember the first time I had to take a shower in a bathroom outside with no roof. I stood there for a good 20 to 30 minutes, just disorientated, not even knowing how do I usually shower because there's this sun in the roof piercing me. And so it took a while for me to adjust to the culture because it is very different, and it kind of felt like I'm a child again. I'm relearning the things that I thought I learned. So I would tell you that visiting Mozambique or coming to Mozambique, it's very good to have an open mind. Don't have a fixed mind of this is how things should be, because you haven't been in other people's circumstances. You haven't been to an area that is so hot like this, because most of the places, if there's no air conditioning, if they were to cook inside, if they were to put a bathroom inside, that's a disaster because it's very hot, it's very humid. The whole house will just be moldy and unhealthy. So I had to have an open mind to realize that I'm in a different environment and I need to watch how people are doing things and do them the way they are doing them instead of trying to change them or to get them to do things how I know things to be done. And then the other thing that I also learned was the traditional cloth that they call kapulana. Women usually tie it around their waists. Where I grew up, women have things that they tie around their waist, but it's not usually cloths. It can be a towel or a slightly light blanket. But when I got here, it's a cloth. They can use it to make it clothes. They can use it for many things. But what I want to talk to you specifically about this Capulana was funerals. Like whether there is a funeral, it's almost like changing now. But when I came, it was still very traditional that when a woman goes to a funeral, she has to tie a capulana around her waist. Even if you're wearing pants, they don't judge you, but you need to wear a capulana around your waist. And if you're close family, you even need to wear something like a head wrap. And I remember the first time that I was supposed to attend a funeral, and at first class, the first thing that I saw when I was approaching was like, every woman is got a capulana, and I don't. And I knew that I have to do something. I can't just go in there, so it is very, very important to them, and they use it for many things. Whatever, what they say, an event, if they say party, they can come together and say, okay, we're gonna buy this sort of capulana. If it's Women's Day, we're gonna buy this sort of capulana, and they are all uniformed in the same thing, and it's so beautiful. Whether it's a wedding, the family just decides, okay, we are gonna buy this capulana and wait for our family event. So these are interesting cultural things that I have picked up, including in the language that you address people in titles, which is normal in our dialects, but English is not. English, it doesn't matter how old a person is, you call them by their first name just like that. But Portuguese is different. Everybody has a title, and you have to learn their title and address them according to their title. Otherwise, it's very offensive to just call out an older person with their name just like that. So there are many things that you can learn with the culture here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go back to my post and go look at the previous 4 videos. You will enjoy the Mozambican explorations that I've made, and be invited, feel yourself that you're invited to come to experience and to enjoy this amazing country. Till the next video, bye.